See if you can hear yourself. Oh.
Oh, I can hear you.
Wow.
Okay. Perfect. Here we are. If you cannot tell, this is a morning podcast. Stay True Sundaze, Yanti's favorite podcast, season 2, episode 8. And today we have on early in the morning
Crystaaal.
my mom.
That's right. That's
My
right.
mom. Remember, I don't know if you've ever watched our podcast, but you have to tradition. You have to sip into the mic.
I know. And don't slam on the table.
Yeah, Andrew hasn't learned that second one yet.
Actually, it's getting a little better. I think the noise of... I've hit it a few times pretty hard. and it hasn't really been doing anything, so I'm like, I can still do it.
It's funny because if you watch the podcast, me and Andrew, I have a habit of doing this. I take a sip and I'm like... and then Andrew will be like this. So we are getting better, yeah, because before we had to jackhammers up on this bitch. Yeah, fucking shaking, trying to put it down hella softly.
Yeah.
Spilling it all over.
Yes, making a mess, but no shaking. That's all that matters.
I cannot spill this coffee. This is Crystaal's coffee.
I know.
You should make a coffee brand, Crystaal's Coffee.
Dude.
That flows.
That would. Crystaal's coffee. There's this like I don't know what it's called, but there's this thing that branders do where like it's 2 words but they start with the same letter, like Coca-Cola, Danny Duncan,
Pepsi.
No, not that. But like it's called something, but a lot of people find that more appealing, you know, like cars and coffee.
Yeah.
Shit like that. So I was trying to come up with a segment that we could do for you, like every Sunday or Saturday. I was thinking Saturdays, and the only one I could come up with is like Sunrise Saturdays. Stay True Sundays presents Sunrise Saturdays.
There you go. That's
you go.
good.
Right? Not
That's
bad.
good.
And then we can have just life lessons and gossip with you on
Oh, man.
every Saturday morning after we
my
party
God.
and die the night
my
before.
God, that's pretty good. All the drama at Ollie's.
Oh, my gosh.
That
My
can
dad's-
be released.
My dad said you guys should just get fucked up and then podcast Saturday morning after Friday night and then talk about your Friday night. And I was like, no.
No, everybody would hate us.
know. Yeah.
Everybody would.
Or love us. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Be like,
They-
canceled. Yeah, canceled.
Or they purposely fuck around. So like, dude, getting arrested. What was the main reason you did this?
Oh,
I'm trying to get on the podcast. Like, not
Right.
gonna lie. I
Right.
hope they talk about this.
Right.
Is this police report gonna be released by tomorrow morning?
Right. Like when I got in that car wreck in front of the wedding, remember the police report was the big thing the next day.
Yeah, that's right.
It became
Really?
like part of the wedding was like the reading everything that happened. It
The
was
tragic
like this
wedding.
long log.
Wedding
Yeah.
tragedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that was crazy. I remember I was in the back because I filmed it with Diego.
The wedding,
and then,
not the wreck.
Yeah, not the wreck. No, I was
wedding.
in the backyard and someone came like running up to me. I think it was Diego actually, Hernandez. Shout out. Came up to me, was like, dude, your mom was like in a car accident out front. Dude, I fucking had like a chalice of beer in my hand. I did this. Jumped the fence, but I was drunk. So when I jumped, it was
Yeah.
like no
You
overjumped the fence. Overjumped the fence, yeah. Climbing up and over.
7 foot over the fence.
Yeah, biffed it, scraped my arm down to my jet right here, fucking fell, and then just saw like all these cars just fucking like I didn't know what was happening. My mom was in the driveway, the back of her bumper was completely gone.
The whole back of my car, there was $50,000 damage. Like
That was the Jag?
Yeah, the first Jag, yeah.
Oh.
So, and then,
Mm-hmm.
5 other cars had all hit each other as well. So it was this whole train wreck of cars.
Crystal.
I
That's like
didn't
it's
cause
like
it.
It's like Crystal. Crystal.
Crystal,
How
really?
dare you?
The guy that hit me caused it. Yeah.
It's like those like bicycle races you see.
Yeah.
And the guy in front falls and it's a fucking
God, dude.
a pile up.
Yeah.
Chris was just like
I know.
at the front, like
She's
Wasn't
like,
me.
yeah, it's called a U-turn. It's on the freeway. Come on.
Oh, my
I missed
had
my
my blinker
exit.
on.
Yeah, you did. Tink, tink, tink. Her
it's like
blinkers.
those. Have you seen like obviously you've seen them, the lights when you merge on the freeway.
Yeah.
Your boy doesn't stop at those. Sorry, everybody.
Oh, the meters?
The ones
no.
that say stop, go.
on the
Stop,
on
go.
ramp and you
Yeah.
merge on.
Yeah.
They now have lights like a red light to stop before you merge and then you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's slowing your momentum. That's fucked up.
Now you have to punch it.
Yeah, because your boy in his old truck, no, dude.
That wasn't going to work.
No, I could barely get to speed on the on-ramp going on. I'm like, now I have to go from a stop 260 in like 25 feet.
I'm going to die.
No.
Not gonna happen.
Dude, and I've seen a lot of people getting like rear-ended, like leaving from work. There's one right on the freeway where I work. I was going on the freeway to go home, and I see this truck stopped at the light, like a law-abiding citizen, and this dude wrecks, like boom, fucks up his truck.
Oh.
And I'm like, yep, not stopping at that because I've seen it too many times. Like,
Yeah.
you just come around not expecting to stop on an on-ramp. You're supposed to look at traffic.
Right.
So
Not a fan.
I don't stop.
What's the fastest you've ever been in a car or on a vehicle?
I'm not even kidding, I swear, 140 on a motorcycle. On the back.
On the back.
On the back of a motorcycle as a passenger.
It's a street bike.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was a sport bike. But, yeah, going over the Antioch Bridge,
Oh my
which
god.
that's,
dude.
like, literally the fastest.
So you're like flying then.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And I swear, like, I'm not even making it up. Like, I was hanging on for dear life.
But it was the funnest thing you've ever done in your life, probably.
I mean, it was a memory, you know, and back then, because it was with my dad, like, my dad always had 2 motorcycles his whole life. We were raised on motorcycles, you know, not being raised with the mom. Like, there was nobody to be like, you're not taking my 2-year-old on a motorcycle. And that's not exaggeration either.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was just the life we led. So anyways, but yeah, we were just going to Martinez one day and going over the Antioch Bridge, and he just punched it over the Antioch Bridge. And like back then we had Walkmans with headphones, and so I used to wear my headphones under
What
my
is that?
helmet, right?
What? They're like this under her helmet, dude.
No, they weren't this big.
They're not from
They weren't
AirPods.
this big.
The fucking cord.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, there was no AirPods. There was actual headphones under my helmet. Anyways,
Hold on, sorry. I feel like you look like the bad guy from Spaceballs with your head, with your helmet, with these
a
on.
big old
Yeah.
helmet. Oh my
Go
god.
ahead.
Holding on, but the CD player's in her hand at the same time.
Yeah.
The
It
cord.
wasn't a CD. It was a tape. It was a tape player.
Cinder block.
Shit, yeah.
Oh my
It
god.
was a tape player. But yeah, I was listening to Motley Crue. So that was good.
It was before CDs.
Yeah,
It
I
was
know.
before CDs.
Oh my goodness.
It was way before CDs. Yeah.
VCR. Holding in front of the deck.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, continue. So you're listening to Motley Crue to do that?
Yeah. So that
Damn.
that was like that was cool. That was one like a good just a memory, like something to log of like, yep, I did that and I lived. You know?
That's sick.
Yeah.
Tell them about the time you and Uncle Burley went way back when.
Oh my gosh. So that's
This is crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's just another story of being, you know, raised without a mom. Like, it was hard, you know, with a single dad, and that, like, it was just kind of a rough way to grow up. So, anyways, my dad was, he was mad at us one night, and I don't even know why. Who knows why? And he got on us pretty good, right? And then he left to work. And so me and my brother, we were fed up. We had, like, had it. And so, man, I don't know, my brother was like 15, which means I would have been like 13.
My gosh.
And it was the winter, it was February, and my brother was like, you know, F this, we're out of here. We're going to run away, you know, with our little backpacks. And yeah,
From Lodi or?
from Lodi, we were in Lodi, and the only vehicle we had access to was my dad's sport bike. Right?
Let's just take this real quick.
We'll be in
Yeah.
Mexico by 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Get your VCR.
Yeah, let me play VCR real quick.
it's the nighttime. It's like 11 o'clock at night, and we literally like put on all our warm clothes. It's February, right? Put on all our warm clothes and our backpacks, and we were like going to our grandparents, which is 4 hours away in the Sierra Mountains.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the last 60 miles.
Oh,
is,
so you went.
Oh, we went. the last.
You guys knew where you were going?
Oh yeah, because we were raised up there.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
where I'm from. So
I got lost.
Dude.
no,
I don't know where we are. We're like the corner of Lodi. I'm like,
at that age.
yeah, I know. Like, shit.
No, we knew exactly where we were going. And I mean, this is a series of like I-5 to Highway 70 to the last 60 miles is the Feather River Canyon, which is just
Dangerous.
curve after curve. Yeah, a river on
that.
one side, mountain on the other. And so as we're going through the canyon, it was probably 2 in the morning at this point.
My
and
gosh.
and snowing. Just
And they're 15 and 13.
yeah. Yeah. So we get.
Did your brother even ride that thing before?
Yeah, my brother's been raised on motorcycles, and so he was experienced, but he was 15. I mean, how much experience do you have, right?
Yeah.
So
About 10 years.
yeah,
Maybe.
for him.
You
yeah.
stop at these red lights, right?
Dude, so this is the kicker. We were, going to our grandparents' house, our savior, right? We get there, it's the middle of the night. We're freezing cold, like to the bone, and our grandparents are out of town.
Oh my God, I forgot that part of the story.
So we had to break into the house in the middle of the night.
Holy shit.
Literally break into the
Grand
house.
theft and B&E
No.
at 15, just saying.
Yeah.
Gosh
Yeah.
dang.
So we get into the house and we had to cut a deal. It was like, okay, we were freezing ass cold, right? It's like whoever wants to shower first has to call our dad and tell him we ran away.
Oh
That we ran away.
my gosh.
Yeah. So I was
I'm not going to shower.
I was so cold. I was like, I'll call him.
Yeah.
So he was at work, right? He worked tonight. So that was the whole thing is there was this big blowout and then he went to work and that's when we took the opportunity to run away. And I had to call him. And I remember calling him and telling him and he just was like, he wasn't even mad. I think he was just like, oh shit, like maybe I did go too far. Maybe I was
Yeah.
too mad at him. They took the motorcycle and ran away. So he came up the
that.
next day in his truck and he picked us up and he put the motorcycle in the back of the truck and he took us home and we never got in trouble for it. Ever.
This is
Wow.
also a man where he works. The woman he works with, he dislikes so much because she's such a bitch. She'll be reading a book and when she's like on her shift, like doing the walk around the yard, he'll go
Yeah.
grab her book and rip out the last 4 pages.
He did that.
And then, yeah,
No way.
Yeah.
put it back.
You'll never know how
You'll
it
never
ends.
know how it ends. Go fuck yourself for reading this book for 3
Imagine-
months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're reading a 500, 700 page book and you get to the end and the last 4 pages are gone.
Not the last page, last 4.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, it's just fucking 4 crumpled ass little fucking.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
So you would think having to call him and tell him like we ran away would be fucking terrifying.
God.
Yeah,
No, thank you,
It
dude.
was terrifying, but yeah, I remember he came and got us and like
In the fucking snow.
Dude,
In the
fuck
snow.
that. Fuck that.
I've rode to Bodega Bay just in the cold, and I was freezing.
Yeah.
I couldn't feel anything on my fingers.
And you were a man. You were not a small child.
Yeah.
At the
This
time.
was like probably a year ago.
It was last year. I was.
But it was
I'm-
fucking cold, and I can only imagine because we're gonna go up that day to Tahoe. But we're gonna go to wherever they have like the little big event. It was Nevada, right? Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Don't ask me. It's the morning time.
in Nevada somewhere.
Yeah, it's like a big whatever. I'll come up with it later. Anyway, we're supposed to go over there, but it was snowing in Tahoe and like in the mountains, and we're like, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
'Cause
That
I
is
wear
crazy.
this on the motorcycle.
Yeah.
So
Well, we were raised on them, so we had I
That's
feel like we
insane
had
still.
the proper kind of equipment to do it, but like I don't know. It was crazy because my dad used to call it pack and double when we were little kids. Like literally, I was so little that my dad would put a belt around him. I was in the middle that he made these special little feet pegs that my little feet could reach. And my brother would sit behind me and he had this huge belt that he would wrap around all 3 of us because I would fall asleep with my
my
head
God. Oh
and
my
my helmet
God.
in the crack of his back. That's how little I was.
Her helmet's so heavy.
Yeah, people
That's
would talk
sick.
shit to him because we would go into a restaurant to eat and they'd be like, "You have those kids on that motorcycle?" And he was like, "Yeah, I take my kids with me." We didn't have a mom. He didn't have anybody to leave us with.
Well, yeah,
You
and
know what
they're
I mean?
and
you
fucking.
didn't have a car either.
No, he had a car, but he
Oh,
just
but-
loved motorcycles.
Respect
you
the
know?
streets.
Yeah, he's had 2 motorcycles.
other way.
Always, my whole life. He's always had at least 1, normally 2 at the same time. That was his thing.
Live by the sword, die by the sword, baby.
My mom's like, Dad, why don't we take the car? Here are the keys. He's like, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get your
can't take the
helmet.
car.
Ran out of gas.
Yeah.
Everybody get your helmet.
The car doesn't work. Fucking keys are over there. And lots of keys.
Well, you think about it, he still rides now. He
Yeah,
still
dude.
rides now. Yep.
Yeah. He has a bike like
I
Caleb's,
never
but
met your dad. Did
bigger.
Have I?
No.
Dad's never been down here.
No, yes. I don't
He-
think.
He has, but he's kind of now. It's like his vision's going a little bit. So, and to get down here, the first 60 miles for him is the Feather River Canyon because he lives back up in Quincy.
Little sketch.
Yeah, so he's really good around town, but
All of like this civilian part of Quincy, like if you grabbed all of the mountain men and put them in the people like down, like where the houses are together, it would fit in downtown,
Really?
Oh, yeah.
including downtown Quincy. There's like one bar. Dude, fuck that.
The
There's like a
swimming pool's
Subway.
shallow
There's
there,
like
huh?
one Subway. It's
Yeah,
weird. There's
yeah.
I don't think there's a movie theater.
there's one stoplight that's new.
Yes. No, I'm not. Yeah, she's not
There's
even
one,
kidding.
yeah.
It's a 4-way.
when I
Weird.
go up there, it's like a time capsule because it's like the same as when I was a little kid, you know. But
Weird.
some things have changed a little bit. Some things seem smaller. Like I remember my grandparents' house being so big, and now I look at it and it's just a house. You know what I mean?
That is so weird, dude. I'm like, no fences. Like, it's just you fucking people are like, yeah, I'm gonna build my house there.
Yeah.
And the guy's like,
Right. That's
Gregory,
fucked up.
I'm building my house right there, guys.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Clean your dog shit off my yard.
Do you want our dude? Speaking of dog shit, you can correct me when I'm wrong, but this is how I remember the story. So, I guess someone close to my papa or his neighbor was like letting his dog come over and like shit in his yard, and he was like, "Hey, like, quit letting your dog shit in my yard. But if he does, like, pick it up, but don't let him do that." Guy kept letting it happen. My papa was like, motherfucker, notices that this man loves his dog, and the dog comes over and like licks on him and pets him, and
He kills it.
he loves it. No, he's like loving on it and all that shit. He's like, all right, collected all the dog shit, piled it up, bacon greased it, let the dog eat it, and then watch that dog go back to his yard
And
with his own
lick
shit
his
and lick his owner. He does. Who sits down and is like, I'm gonna do that. That'll work.
Oh, geez.
Like, what the
Oh
fuck?
my
You had to
God.
be some type of bored to
My
do that.
God,
Like,
that's
dude,
great.
that's disgusting. And like, you know, the owners that love their dogs like really hardcore. They're like,
Licking the tongue of the dog.
yeah, licking the dog back. Like,
Oh my god,
dude.
I love my dog, but
I tell everybody, people don't believe me when I say I have a sensitive sniffer. I tell them how the studio's set up. I say my dog can poop in the backyard, and I'll be like, Andrew,
dude,
do you smell that? Andrew's like,
no.
I smell nothing. And I'm like, and she shit somewhere, and there's a fresh pile somewhere.
it's
I can tell.
steaming over there
I
somewhere.
can tell. And I fucking
Marky's
hate
nose
it, dude.
is heightened senses.
Yeah, it really is.
He really is. I don't know how he's ever gonna have children
Me-
because they smell.
Oh, very simply, no children.
No children.
Dude, I
ever.
walked in the house with Andrew. I was like, dude, sorry for the smell. Andrew's like, I don't smell anything. I was like, you don't.
Wait, your
It's the
house
trash.
or my
dude.
house?
No, my house. It's
Okay.
fucking terrible. Sometimes it's terrible. I'm like, Andrew's like, dude, I live on the dairy.
Yeah.
I know, huh? Yeah.
And
Love in the dairy.
Dairy's not. Or,
I have senses that are
Andrew's-
burnt up there. I think.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like
Except for
your
that one
nose
time we
hairs.
went shooting.
you remember
Your boy
that?
couldn't even stand. I couldn't stand
Well,
that.
something was dead. Something was dead.
No, I thought it was, but they flushed out the water into the fields,
Oh.
and so it was just like flush out there. It's
Yeah.
not good. Yeah.
But you're still a really good shot.
You know,
I was actually
yeah.
talking to your mom about that the other night. I was like, oh, you should just hand it Andrew take care of it. He would have shot him right in the face. He's
What
a
were you guys
really good
talking
aide.
Yeah, wait, what? We need context to this one.
I don't know. I can't remember what we were
Shooting
talking
people.
about.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
You're shooting people.
Yeah.
One shot, one bait.
Dude, I want to go back to your childhood. You know, my mom was an experienced kick-ass BMX racer.
Yeah.
I did. Yes, tell me this.
Dude,
I used to
Yeah,
make
she
the
beat all the boys in the
cry.
royals,
Yeah.
yes.
Pink bicycle, polygon
Yes.
basket in the front, little ringer.
ting, 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 the fucking things that
Yeah,
hung
the
from
nipple- the tassels, yeah.
The nipple tassels.
Dusting on the waist. No, I didn't race that much, but when I did, like, I was pretty good, man. I was kind of a tomboy, you know, raising my dad, my brother, and my brother was always super athletic, so he could like do everything, and I was the little sister who was always trying to keep up, you know. So
But keeping up.
yeah,
Like, Maisie's the same way. She
Yeah.
kept up with everything I did. Dude, she did so much shit that my friends couldn't do when I was, like, younger. My friends were like, how does your sister do that? Like, dude, we had a race between, like, all of us, and Maisie was like second place out of me and all my friends. I was like, damn, dude, she
And
she was way younger.
yeah, she's 6
Way
years younger than them. You know what I mean? But she used when Marky played football, like the little football boys would come over and they'd be playing catch and stuff in the backyard, and she'd
Dude.
go out there and start throwing them on the ground.
You know how it would be like a shovel pass to me, and it's the same thing. You toss it to Maisie, it's like,
Yeah.
and her hair is just like behind her,
Yeah, all her
like 'cause it's
I
so
have a feeling
long.
that Maisie's hair was hella long when she was a
Hell
kid.
of a-
Always,
long, dude.
yeah. I had a thing about long hair because I'll tell you, like, I just think that little girls with long hair, it's just so beautiful, right? And there was 2 girls that I went to high school with, and they both had the most gorgeous, beautiful long hair. So I always wanted Maisie to be like that, right? And I never was able to like grow long hair like that, and it just, you know, but Maisie could. So both these girls at like junior, senior years cut their hair, and like I was shocked. I'm still shocked that they did that.
Like
Buzz their hair?
Like how
just
far?
cut it from like all the way down their back to like up above their shoulders.
That's insane. That's a
They're
big change.
Still really pretty girls, but like it was shocking. And so I always had a thing with Maisie that like she wasn't allowed to cut her hair. Like, yeah, I was that girl. I let her do all kinds of stuff, but please don't cut your hair.
Yeah, it wasn't like the one rule. Please don't cut
Don't
your
cut
hair.
your hair. Don't cut your hair.
We get it trimmed like that much, and it made a difference. So weird, but like that much, just the dead ends on the very bottom.
It was so long. Like at one point, my husband was like, "Honey, let her cut her hair. It's gonna be in the toilet." You
Yeah,
know, I'm like,
dude.
"It's not okay. We can cut it that much."
Dude, her was very long. It's
Yeah.
crazy because it was longer earlier too, and she got like 6 inches cut off, and it was a big difference. I was like, holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
It's weird.
yeah, to trip just to see that.
Oh, it's so pretty. Her hair's like grandma's. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't want her to cut it.
Dude, there's a picture of my grandma, my dad's mom,
Mhm.
of like, how old is she in the picture?
I think they were both like 4 or 6.
Dude, they look dead on the same. We had a picture of my grandma up on the fridge, and people were like, "Oh, this black and white picture of Maisie's so cute."
Yeah.
That's not Maisie. It's my grandma.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
exactly
She
the
looks like she
same.
definitely takes part of your dad's side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny because Grammy looks like, or Michelle, Aunt Michelle, their aunt, looks a lot like her mom, and then Maisie looks like Maisie looks like she would be Michelle's daughter more than mine, you know. But you know that, what is that Instagram or Snapchat filter? What is it where it changes you to a boy or a girl?
Oh,
Yeah, it's like Snapchat.
Yeah, so my husband's sister, Michelle, she did it as a male, and she sent it to us, and she looked just like my husband. Like,
That
so
is
weird.
with long
crazy.
hair, because she has
Yeah.
super long hair.
Which is weird because only half
They have the same
siblings.
mom.
Same
Yeah,
mom.
same mom. Yeah, so, but it's like my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, Michelle, and Maisie all look a lot alike. Yeah.
So weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then here I am, a blue eyes,
Yeah, you look like your
blonde
mama.
hair.
You
Yeah.
look like your mom, yes.
I'm not look like myself.
I
Shit.
don't think he likes when people say you look like your mom.
Well, it's
Well,
like-
you don't have blue eyes.
no, but okay, so
I just noticed that. I thought you did.
no, mine are hazel, but my mom did have blue eyes. Does have blue eyes, and by the way, I did end up meeting my mom when I was like 42.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
your mom.
I think that was
My mom.
recently.
Yes.
Yeah,
2
I was-
years ago.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
I was 42, so it's been a few years now. But
I think I was here when you're saying you're gonna go meet her. You like met up with her.
no, because she was here for like a week. You would
Oh,
have met
maybe I
her,
didn't.
yeah.
Mm.
Anyways,
just talking about it.
this a side note there, but she has blue eyes, and then
That's
Yeah.
right.
yeah,
I was talking to Aunt Becky about that. I was like, I don't know who the fuck has blue eyes in her family, because me, Tony, Jacob,
yeah.
and now Sadie's daughter.
Well,
has blue eyes.
Grammy's dad had blue eyes.
Okay, so there's
Yeah.
literally 6 of us now that have blue eyes in our whole family
Yeah.
that I know of. That's a trip. Yeah, my mom took 42 years to meet. No, 40 years to meet her mom.
Damn.
42, yeah. So I'll give you just the quick version of that story. Basically, my parents got together when they were in high school, had me and my brother right away. They were young, and things didn't work out, and my mom like went her own way, and the separation just kind of probably got wider. So basically, from the time I was 1.5 until 42, I did not know my mom. There was
Crazy.
stories and stuff, you know, that I always heard about her, and there was like a little tiny bit of contact, I believe, until I was like 6. I used to go to her mom's house every once in a while, and she would be there. So, anyways, but through Facebook at 42, I ended up, you know, creating like a relationship with her, and then she came out and visited, and she's awesome. She's
Yeah.
like this cutest. She's been in Oklahoma forever, so she's the cutest little Oklahoma accent, and like it was, you know, we had a lot of tough questions, obviously, from, you know, how did it end
But
up this way?
She was like
She
willing to
was
sit down
so-
and answer all of them. This is what happened.
Yep, so open and honest about everything that you're just like, I could see how that could happen. I could see how it could happen.
Or like stories her and her brother have heard, like way back when, and she like told it the same way. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that. Like, that's how it happened. Crazy.
Yeah, there was just such a circle of truth to everything that she said, and you really could just kind of relate, and you could see like how this could happen. And like me and my brother never, well, we never had like any animosity really towards her. Like it was just a lot of questions of how did we end up this way. But it made me a different kind of mom. You know, being raised without a mom, it made me want to do everything for my kids that I wish I would have had a mom do for me.
Which to me is crazy because like, how do you learn to be a mom without a mom role model? You know,
Yeah.
like that's tough. Like, how do you teach yourself? I mean, you can't YouTube that obviously, but not that
Right.
saying you would have, but it's not like no one can go to. You have to just base it off pure instinct and like work from your heart,
Yeah.
which I feel like a lot of people can't do nowadays.
I learned a lot from Grammy, from Dad's mom, you know, because we've been together since we were so young that I did at least have that example
That's a story.
of how to be a good mom from her. You
Yeah.
know?
Shout out, Grandma.
Yeah.
How did you and Dad meet?
Which story do you want me to tell?
That's where you feel like
Rated R
telling her.
version.
Now, Andrew, shut the fuck up. Right.
We gotta get Marcos in
They
here.
think,
to tell
no,
us
no,
a
no,
real
no,
story.
no, 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 no.
So
Let's do the truth
do you
version
want
because
the mom version? Because I tell it one way, Dad will probably
Oh, we
tell
went
it
to
right.
Crystaaal version,
no,
baby.
listen, hold on. Summarize details, not all the details.
Okay, I'll summarize it. Okay, so basically, my husband and I were both bad children, and we had summer school. So I went to Tokay, he went to Lodi High.
Shout
Summer
out Tokay.
school was combined. Thank you. Summer school was combined, right? So I used to stare across like the schoolyard at summer school at him, and I thought he was so smoking hot, right?
That's why, and Andrew,
This
everywhere
is
we
like a
go.
Hallmark movie.
Oh,
Oh, that was so nice.
I'm just kidding. No homo.
No, Mo.
Go ahead.
Thanks for clearing that
You're
up.
welcome. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, anyways, then I didn't know his name. I just thought he was just so good looking. So, school is out, and then I'm trying to think of which version I want to tell. School is out.
We met in the bathroom.
Now it's junior and senior year for us, right? And I had found out his name along the way, and so we get into school, and I have fire science. Fire science is mixed.
Hey, yes.
Tokay and Lodi together, right? Well, I'm a senior, he's a junior. He comes into the class, and I'm like, oh my God, there he is, right? So
He's walked in his gang signs up.
Orale.
Or delay.
Yeah. Well, he looked like you, man. He was super buff, just darker hair, darker
Tan.
eyes. Yeah, and you know he's like short, and I'm short, and like yeah.
I'm not the short. What they were saying. Keep going.
We're all short. Okay. So, anyways, like I had you buffed out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how Dad was. Anyway, so like the teacher now is like, oh well, this class is overcrowded, so all the juniors are not going to be able to take this class, and I'm like, no,
No, fuck.
like, no.
Love of my life.
I know.
What
there
can
you
one
go.
junior stand? Can I pick that one right there?
Yeah. So, anyways, the year's kind of going on, and then his friend Mike is in my class. He's a senior, and he was talking about what he was doing that night, and he said, "Oh, I'm gonna go out with my friends Marky Ortega and Jesus Picasso," and I was like on the fire truck, I remember, and I was like, "Oh wait,
What the fuck?
hold up, you're friends with Marky Ortega?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I want to go out. I want to go out with you guys. I want to." I want to meet him. And he's like, oh, he's just going to want to make out with you. And I was like, perfect. Sign me up. Sign me up. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So anyways, they picked me up that night. I'll leave out the details of what happened. And then 30 years later, here we are.
Yep. My dad got her name tattooed on his shoulder at 17.
He was a
No
senior in
shit.
high
And I
school.
said,
That
Dad,
year?
yeah.
Gosh
I
dang,
said-
Crystaaal.
I'm telling you.
what happened if mom fucked you over? I was like, what would you do? He's like, I would grab.
Put sucks underneath.
Yeah. Crystal sucks. Re-tattoo. No, he should have said.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
He said he'd cut it out.
Yeah,
He
that's what
said
he used
he
to
would
tell
cut
me.
it
He
out
would literally cut
and
it
just
out.
take care of the wound, let it heal. We'd rather have a gaping wound than to have someone who fucked him over.
Yeah.
name
Burn
on
it.
it.
Make it burn.
Crazy. Yeah, it's funny. My dad grew up as Marky.
Yeah.
So when it's me, my dad, and my grandpa together, it's Big Mark. My dad's Marcos. I'm Marky. But when it's me, my dad, and his friends that he grew up with, it's Marky, and I'm Little Marky.
Yeah.
So it's a trip, but it's funny to watch. Like my dad's friends call him Marky,
Yeah.
and it's like what? It's just a weird because it's like they're grown ass men calling him Marky still. You
You're
know,
right.
he looks nothing like a Marky.
Yeah, it's like Frankie, and then turns to Frank at some age.
Your dad
Right.
hasn't hit that age yet because
I
I still call him
know.
Frankie, and he's like, that's funny.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
my grandpa's name's Frank.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's a trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so that's they've been together for
Well, since
that long.
1993. So high school, yeah, like I mean, technically the first night we ever made out was prom night. You know, we have those kind of memories. And
Okay. What?
Back in the 80s,
Yeah.
fucking big old hairs and stuff.
Yes. And they
Dang,
took-
guys just like
They took fucking some type of like couple photos, and my dad has like Looney Tunes on his shirt.
oh yeah, it was like the Sadie Hawkins, like where you dress the same.
And they chose
He's probably got a
Looney Tunes.
transformer in his pocket. That's where it all started.
No, in his
He's
butt.
like, look, this is what you're getting into. Shows
She's like, I have another one.
yeah,
We can twin.
with his like big ass hair,
Dude,
Your
their
dad
prom
probably had
night.
big ol' hair.
Their prom night was just playing Transformers.
Yeah.
Making them kiss and stuff.
Leave out the details. That was the details.
Yeah, the
Oh my
details.
God.
And then we transformed.
Yeah.
What was Lodi like back then?
It was just smaller. I mean, it was fun. Like I have good memories. Like I worked a lot. You know, like
Yeah,
I
that's
started
right.
working like literally the week after I turned 15, but and worked all the time. But anyways, the parties and stuff that I did get to go to, they were fun. The kids were cool. Like it wasn't. I don't know. I just feel like there was gossip and there was fun, but it's not like it is now.
How was growing up without a cell phone?
Probably a lot.
How do you?
Yeah.
How do you talk to people other than like regular phone? Like, how do you like find out where the party's at? How do you find out like? Did you guys go to the bars when you were 21 out here, or like?
Well, I mean, I had just had you when I was 21, so I didn't really go bar hopping. But there was a couple fun bars that I went to once in a while. But yeah, I mean, we just like it was a big deal when call waiting came out, because otherwise it was like the busy signal on the phone. Like when I was like, probably call waiting came out when I was maybe like a freshman or sophomore in high
Like
school.
you're
Like
What do you mean call waiting?
you'd be on the phone, right, before, and if anybody tried calling you, they would get a busy signal. But then call waiting came out, and so now you would be on the phone and it would go beep, beep, and you knew somebody was on the other line, so you could click over and answer your other friend. Yeah.
what
And
the
then
fuck?
finally caller ID came out, which was kind of cool too. I was probably older then. I maybe was like 19 or something when caller ID came out, and then you could actually see who was calling. It was actually a little electronic device that was hooked to your phone, and you would read it and it would say who was calling you.
Huh.
Yeah.
Technology.
I know. But
Probably-
we used to, I mean, we spread it through school and
I would
everybody
say
knew.
it'd probably be cooler because you get people and you're like, hey, we're having a party this time. And then you just
Yeah.
talk to people in person instead of
That's,
over Instagram.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
What happened to you? The light?
Real quick, I don't mean to pause you, but this is what's happening. We had a spur of the moment coffee morning podcast that I didn't set up these lights. We have the door open. Because the door open, the sunlight is on my phone. Because the sunlight's on my phone,
Got too
overheated.
hot.
So there's gonna be no video, but we'll do
No
audio.
way.
It'll be good still, because this is a good ass story. I don't know what we're at time wise. I'm gonna check real quick. There's when you're shooting live like this, okay, and you're an amateur,
We're out here.
this happens. All right, we are at currently perfect 32 minutes. All right, so caller ID. Okay, what else did you grow up and like was invented and stuff?
You know
TV,
what I no.
automobile,
You know what
Paper.
paper. She's like, I was there before leather was invented.
No.
Just kidding.
The one thing that I can't figure out how I ever lived without is GPS.
I was gonna ask that. How the
Same.
fuck? Because you're a real estate
Yeah.
agent. Imagine,
Right.
Imagine being a real estate agent with a map.
No.
What? Hello?
No.
No thanks. Can't do
No.
that.
We used to navigate, man. We would go to Santa Cruz. We would go to parties
Fuck
out in
that.
the country. Like, how did we figure all that out? I don't know, but we did. We sure did.
Got good at reading street signs and freeway.
Landmarks.
Yeah, landmarks.
Like landmarks, like literally, and then you're gonna turn right at the oak tree. That meant something.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Nobody
Yeah.
cut down the trees ever.
Yeah, no.
Because I'd be lost.
Yeah.
The street's 105 years old. It's gonna fall over in about 5 years. Leave it.
Leave
That's
it.
how they find out where the
Yeah.
parties are at.
yeah.
I'm doing it for the youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck all of that. Yeah, I was thinking about that. There's no way I could do. No, there's no. How do you know if you miss a turn? You just like look and you're like, oh fuck, that
Yeah.
turn was fucking
Uh-huh.
12 streets ago. How
Yeah.
ma- or
You're
and
now
like,
in the city of this.
Yeah.
Or shit, this is the wrong
Whoa.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
could you imagine being on a motorcycle? You'd have to stop.
Yeah.
You'd have to memorize where you're going. Pray to God you remembered correctly. Stop when you get to your last memory and be like, all right, I'm here right now. I need to memorize these next 8.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yeah.
Just go up like a few miles, stop on the side of the road, make sure you didn't go too far. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll keep going. The road's up here somewhere.
That's insane.
Well, the other thing too was we always had cars that broke down.
Mm.
That was rough. Like I spent many hours like on the side of a road with my dad, like fixing stuff and you know, leaving the house, going on like a 4-hour drive, hoping that we would get there. You know, like
Really?
yeah, which to now, and that went on for me until in my 20s because, you know, I couldn't afford nice cars until I was a little bit older. And so I always had to worry about it. And now that's why I always drive new cars. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I can't, the stress of that, like, I've already done, you know, 20 years of living under that kind of stress, and I don't want to do it.
And now your job really depends on being a real estate agent. You have, like, if you're late to anything, you're fucked. So you got to make sure your shit's all together.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank gosh for GPS. Yeah. And yeah, that's like, that is the one thing I always think about is how did I ever make it? How did all of us as teenagers ever figure out?
Dude, times where Diaz were just assembled alternatively, built different back then.
Yeah.
Fucking. Okay, question. If you were to go back to yourself, what would you tell yourself?
Oh, like the one thing I could probably change. I think I would have been a much better friend than I was. I think about that a lot. And that's the example I get.
Were you a shitty person? Just kidding.
No, I made bad decisions. You know what I mean? Like I always look at Maisie and I think, God, if I could turn back time, I would have been her. I would have been the friend that she is and the little sweet personality that she is. And
shout out Maisie.
Yeah. That's
She's like, I started collecting reptiles at a young age.
Yeah, I don't know about all that,
Fuck that.
but that's like the one thing. But other than that, like, there's not much that I would do different. There's just a couple like key things where I'm just like, I shouldn't have done that or I shouldn't have said that.
What year would you go back to? Like a high school year or before high school?
Well, like, you want to know the favorite year of my whole life?
Yeah.
I'll tell you. It was when you were in
1996,
eighth grade.
babe. What the
no,
fuck?
when you were in 8th grade. That was the best. I don't know why that sticks out. It was the football season that you had, the age that Maisie was. Like, that's when I used to run all the time and I was in heck of good shape. And, like, I don't know. That year to me is just, like, perfect because, you know, you were little, but you were big and you were entertaining and interesting and fun. You and Maisie both. And that just, to me, like, if I could redo 1 year of my life over, it would be that year.
How old were you when you was in 8th grade?
I'm in my
23?
30s. Yeah, totally. No,
20,
I was
20.
probably like 34 or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, those are the times. That's when we lived next to Jason, like across
Cross
street
street
from
from
Jason.
Jason.
Dude,
yeah.
he would always come over. He'd knock on my window and be like, "What you doing? Homework?" He's like, "You're probably due for a break, huh?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I just started." He's like, "You're not. That means you're not into it. Let's go play catch." All right, dude.
Hey,
Literally,
Mark, wanna play catch?
I grabbed my football, climb out my window just because there's no screen, and then fucking we'd play catch for like literally 2 hours. Like that's what we did.
Yeah.
Played catch all the time. Yeah, 8th grade was fun.
Yeah.
Football was cool.
Yeah.
How come you didn't do football in 8th grade or 7th grade or anything like that?
I did 1 year. I forgot if it was 7th or 8th.
Who did you play for?
Tokyo Junior Tigers.
What the
What?
fuck?
Right?
That means we were in the same.
With the T with the line jumping across.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tiger. Yeah, holy fuck,
Might
that's
have been.
OG.
Yeah, I might have been 8th grade. I played with who was it?
That means we're on the same.
Wait, was like Chris Kern on your team, on your level?
Man, I don't remember if Chris Kern was on that team. I think he was because
Yeah,
he didn't
he
play in
definitely
high school, huh?
Frankie North, because they were like
Frankie
a level
North.
ahead of Markey.
Yeah,
Yes,
they were
Frankie
good.
North was on that team.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
We go back.
But I
further
never
than we
played
do.
though.
So he
I
went-
sucked. I mean, I played wide receiver, but your boy didn't learn any of the
Well,
plays.
also, and like no one
and I was
fucking.
slow as fuck, and I was kind of chubby.
you
So
catch?
I'm like,
And-
why am I playing wide receiver?
Yeah, well, because I mean the quarterbacks can't really throw either, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So, like,
I
put
mean,
Andrew over there.
If I was the quarterback, we would have won all the championships.
That's
Right.
true.
I
I
That's
can never
true.
showcase my
Yeah.
talents.
He was wide receiving all the water bottles
Yeah.
and filling them up.
Hey, that's an
I
important
got
job.
him though, you know.
Somebody has to do it, right?
Yeah, fuck
Keep the
that.
locker rooms hydrated.
Dude, I hated when they had like little kids that didn't give a fuck, and I was like, I need water now, and the kids fucking didn't refill them, or they give me fucking Gatorade. I told them all, don't give me Gatorade. Make sure it's water. I hate when I'm like dying for water, and it's purple grape Gatorade, acid in my mouth, throw it right back in the
Sugar.
kid's face.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck that shit.
I was team mom that year too. That was fun.
Fuck that. That's too
Yeah.
much work.
There was two like Tokyo teams, right? Wasn't there like the
There's Tokyo Thunder.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Tokyo Thunder. That's
Who
where
is-
all the people that go to Blend used to play.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh my God. We were in Ollie's, and I looked at Andrew, he looked at me, and I was like, he's like, did Blend shut down? Because all the people coming in last night.
It must be closed.
Blend must not be open right now.
Oh
Because
my
of all
gosh.
Ollie's. It's so funny.
Yeah.
You can just tell they were like dressed to be like
Clubbing.
but they're at
yeah.
Ollie's, and it's like, it looks a little uncomfortable. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
They don't look like they, you know.
Yeah. Ollie's is more casual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did not dress to stand around. They're not wearing a leather skirt just to stand here. I know that's a fact. You guys came from
Snake
somewhere.
skin.
Yeah.
suit and gator boots.
Which would be more uncomfortable to dance in. But hey, if you're fucking trying to, pick up some people, that's what I would wear
Yeah.
too if I was a chick.
Yeah.
Last night was interesting. I looked at Andrew. I was like, dude, I'm ready. And he's like, I'm ready. Let's go.
I just wanted to watch the fight and leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulling McGregor,
Yeah.
You dip out a
Dude.
little early.
Did you watch that, right?
Well, yeah, it was crazy because before me and Andrew were watching the previews, and and McGregor was just talking hella shit.
face.
Yeah, talking hella shit, and then what happens? And that's what we were talking about. Like it's cool when the humble one wins.
Yeah.
That's karma, dude.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It's like if you gave it your all and you just got your ass, like someone just like a good fight
Straight up
and
beat
beat
you.
you by points, let's say.
Yeah.
Then it's like fuck, I gave them all. But when you like talk hella shit and then it's like a
Inflicted.
self-inflicted wound, and you can't fight anymore, it's like fuck.
That sucks.
Well-
You know
That'd
you're
be
pissed.
even more heartbreaking.
Well, here's the thing. He could say that, I self-inflicted all he wants, but that mofo, he was dodging the punches that were coming his way,
Yeah.
right?
McGregor had his back on the ground that whole round too.
Yeah.
Like that dude was punching the shit out of him.
Elbowing.
Yeah.
I thought at one point they were gonna call the fight a TKO because you're just getting fucking
Yeah.
elbowed like
Yeah.
5 times in a row, and usually it's like the 6th or 7th. Like punch unprotected, it's like they stop it.
Yeah.
So that ref was like letting it go just to see.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah,
Dude,
I mean,
fuck.
I like McGregor. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, dude.
No, I
Me too,
I'm
though.
a fan, but
like McGregor.
when you run your mouth like that, and then you have the other one that's super humble and just like, okay, all
Yeah.
right, you
That's-
kind of know what's gonna happen.
He must know that kid that said that ramp is stupid.
Oh my god, dude, that kid got what he deserved, man. That kid got what he deserved.
I think you've heard this story
That was,
about the
Mc- that
kid
was
that
McGregor, yeah.
fucking wrecked on my ramp.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was totally pedaling by like, that ramp is stupid. This ramp that was beautiful that my husband made for my son.
That literally went 290 degrees.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. You
But-
went up
The
and then
wall.
you turned and went back down it.
You guys
Not
used
really.
it for your bikes, for rollerblades. Like, you had a
Skateboard,
bunch of fun.
scooters.
What was it, aluminum?
Yeah.
It was awesome. And that kid riding by, that ramp is stupid. Oh, really? Jump it. And then he endos and face plants
Dude.
and did this, like, Superman flop on the cement.
My mom was
So he said,
laughing. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom was hella laughing. She said like the funniest part was he got up and there was like a dirt clod stuck in his hair.
Yeah.
He like was like dazed a little bit.
I was laughing so hard I was crying, and Dad sent me in the house because he was like, "You're being rude right
We
now."
were 8 at this time. That's why.
Yeah, he was a little kid.
Throw something at him.
He went up and like he didn't have enough speed to clear both tires off the ramp to like go like this and land. So went up, back tire hooked, and just pivoted him down,
Yeah.
and he just went and like over the handlebars. Yard sale, bike
Oh
chain,
my God.
bike tires. It was just in parts,
Most-
smoking
Yeah.
somehow.
I feel like most moms would have been like, "Oh my God, do you need a Band-Aid or a freaking bag of ice?" No,
She
not
pulled
me.
the typical Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
And then McGregor, who the fuck is that guy?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Good times. But yeah, poor McGregor, not really, but I mean, don't talk
fights were
shit.
good, though.
If you didn't talk any shit, it would be less hurtful.
But
I feel like.
totally.
The fight. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I would if he wouldn't have talked so much shit, I would have just been like, "Oh
Damn, that
gosh,
sucks.
that sucks." Yeah. But-
Yeah, he didn't come out as he needs to work on his
Everything.
sprawl game
And his
because your boy
conditioning.
can't go to the ground. You could tell every time that guy goes to the ground, it's like a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He looks like he's suffering.
Well,
It's like,
his
dude,
conditioning was
come on.
down too. And not gonna lie, because of jiu-jitsu, at one point, McGregor had Poirier like in a fucking headlock, like
Guillotine.
on his back, yeah, guillotine. And the guy next to me was like, "Oh, he's done." Like that's it. I said, "If you look closely, his hands are not hooked.
Yeah.
McGregor's left elbow's on the ground,
Oh,
and he's
look
just
at
holding
you.
him there." And sure as shit, as I said that, Poirier just lifted his head up and put his arm down and was like, "Where you got him?" I was like,
Yeah, he just had to get up.
"Just saying, I do jiu-jitsu."
Yeah.
Somebody
gonna
on all the comments on Facebook last night wrote, "Does anybody else think that McGregor looks like an ugly Squidward?" I was
Oh,
like, "Oh
fuck,
my
dude.
God."
I could see it.
Yeah, right. You could see it.
Uh-oh, here
Poor
we go.
guy.
Yeah.
Poor guy. But yeah, and then we watched another video after when we're here, and when Poirier was walking out, McGregor was like, "What do you say? Your wife is in me DMs."
Yeah. Your wife's in the DMs.
Come on,
He's like
like
dead
mad.
set. He's like, it's gonna happen again. No,
Yeah.
dude.
dude.
No, it's done.
No.
He won 2 in a row on you.
See if you
And-
can hear this in the thing.
That ankle is forever going to be a weak spot now. Forever. I mean,
know.
you know.
By the time you heal and like now you're gonna be sitting around, not
Oh.
gonna train.
He's
while you're
past this
hurt.
point now.
And then guess what? Everybody's going to focus on that fights you.
That broken
You know
ankle.
what I mean? That broken ankle that's
Yeah.
never going to be as strong as it was before.
That's too bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's shitty that he just stepped back on it.
He stepped back because there were some punches coming. Okay.
Dude, that's
My
too
guy.
bad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to break my ankle in front of a million people.
No.
Dude, hella people from Lodi went to that.
Oh.
I saw like 4 girls that went to fucking.
That's awesome.
Trump was there, did you know that?
Oh no.
Yeah, Trump was walking through the crowd like waving to everybody, and everyone was going crazy, like
Really?
happy that he was there. Yeah, Donald Trump was at the fucking UFC fight. So was Danny Duncan. So was the Nelk Boys. So
Yeah,
was
they were
that
on
girl,
the thing.
Ashley, the one that goes to our gym that won that competition.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
She's like fit, happy Ashley, I think.
yeah, something.
Where was
She
the
was there.
fight at?
In
Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
Oh, it was in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone else's boyfriend went. I saw her post about like, I wish I was there. My boyfriend's there, and he's like,
Jackson
was-
Wagner was there.
Jackson Wagner was there. Yeah,
Aw.
crazy. So
Isaiah.
crazy.
Aw.
Oh yeah, they were. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That are the other people that I saw. And then
Who else?
I saw a few, but it's a trip because like those aren't expensive or they're not cheap fucking tickets. Tell you what,
I'd want to go to a UFC fight though.
I wouldn't. Hell no. I don't even have fun watching them out here because they're so shitty. Imagine paying all that money, spending that time going for. Because imagine.
Well, you don't know what's gonna happen. That'd
Yeah.
suck for
Yeah.
that.
But the last
Yeah.
3 that UFC fights I've seen were ass. And then the last time McGregor fought Poirier, what is that? It got to the second round, eight punches thrown, and fucking McGregor just laid down. It's
Yeah.
like I would hate to be ringside and be like,
That's it.
get up. It's
Back-
not hard jujitsu. Come on.
Back in the olden days, that's how
Oh
it
my
was when you watched a Mike Tyson fight. Like Mike Tyson was the man, right? Everybody wanted to watch his fights. Yeah, 90 seconds of them, because then
Damn.
yeah, somebody got knocked out, and that was
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Could you imagine seeing Mike Tyson fight and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, you got him next week, and you're like,
Mm,
the fuck? Oh, he can knock my teeth out.
yeah.
Oh, dude, he can knock your head off your neck.
Dude, I think someone untrained like us, if he threw like a good body shot punch, I think my internals would fail.
He would kill you.
Yeah.
I actually watched a documentary about him, and it's recent. It's a new one, and just the story of like his life, and it's just crazy what he went through and how he became like who he is.
I saw like a 5-minute video of that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a funny meme that I always reference to where he's like holding 2 pigeons together and facing them. He's like, now kith.
I've seen that.
Oh my god.
It's funny as fuck, dude.
Uh-huh.
I've seen that.
Oh my god. I think we're at the time limit. Let me see again. 47 minutes. Mom,
We went over.
do you have any closing statements? Sorry, this was a shit show of a podcast, but it came good. It came out good with you.
No, it's perfect. Closing statements. No, I just appreciate you guys. I like that you let me hang out with you all the time.
Gangster. I'm glad you let us hang out with you.
Yeah, that's what it really is. I know. Dad was like, why are you home? And I was like, oh, fucking, me and Andrew got tired. We just fucking dipped. Where's Mom? Always still.
Partying.
Yeah, partying, drinking water. She's actually driving herself. Weird, man. She doesn't even.
Yeah.
She drinks water and has a good ass time, which I respect. But yeah, Mom, come hang out all the time. Everyone loves that you come out. I was
Aw.
talking to the Friday night when we went out. I told Taylor and Natalia and all them. I was like, oh yeah, and my mom's going like, we love your mom. This, and that. And then they FaceTimed me randomly. I was at Andrew's, and Andrew's dad like put his face in, like introduced. And then when your dad was walking by, Taylor's like, I was on FaceTime the other night, and he's like, oh shit, like and they talked for a
yeah.
little bit. Hella funny.
Yeah. Well, that's like, I think that's how, I don't know, like just talking to everybody and being out, how Marky's mom became a thing. Because, like, I think a lot of people don't actually know my
Stacy
name.
who? Pff, Marky's mom.
Yeah. I always wonder if, because, you know, my name's Crystaaal, but a lot of people call me Chrissy. And so I think a lot of people don't really know what to call me. So they just call me Marky's mom.
Yeah.
Which is perfect. Yeah. It
What
makes
about-
sense.
You got any closing statements?
Hey, Andrew, why don't you tell them all what coffee means to me?
Oh.
That's a good one. This is a good closing
Oh,
story.
yes.
Yeah.
So this is what I've heard around the Ortega house. They have to go into detail.
No.
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh, okay. Let's just say if your boy doesn't accept coffee, he's kicked out of the house. So
Anybody, actually. Anybody.
this is my 7th cup today. And if Crystal asked me for an 8th,
He would do it.
I would have 3 more.
Dude, it's funny because Andrew will be like on his first cup of coffee, come over. I was like, Andrew, you want some? He's like, I would love nothing more. Please. Like, I want to see sounds. Thank you. Like,
The
dude.
sweat is like hovering above my skin.
Yeah, you're levitating
Yeah.
by your fucking second cup of coffee.
Yeah.
It's because I judge people by whether they drink coffee or not. Like, I feel like if you drink coffee, we're going to be really good friends, you know? So, and if you don't, and if I ask you if you want a cup of coffee, and you say no for no good reason, I'm like, really?
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Bye.
It was nice knowing you. See you never. You know?
Kicks the door shut and locks it behind you. Go fuck yourself. That's all I gotta say. That's funny.
Coffee to me is like family. So, like, if I'm saying, hey, you want to have a cup of coffee? That's what it means to me. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
You cannot drink it. Just get a cup.
Yeah.
Super simple.
Or you could just be like Andrew and take one for the team. Cup number 8.
Yes, thanks.
And yeah.
Sometimes
Can I have more, please? Oh, it's out? What a shame.
I'll just chew on the bean. Throw them in my mouth.
Eating coffee beans. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh.
Like a dip.
Sometimes even at 10 o'clock at night, I can like reel you guys in with a cup of coffee.
Gosh. Decaf only.
Decaf, yeah.
We had decaf coffee the other night at his house. I was like, dude, we need some coffee. I was like, decaf. I'm not trying to fucking stay up all night.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll get nightmares.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, you would.
All right, Mom. Thanks for coming on. Sorry, my fucking camera went off and my lights don't turn on, but it's okay. It was a good podcast.
It's morning. We have coffee. It's morning time.
I'm ready for a second cup. What about you, Andrew?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
I'll take the.
Just give me the pot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks,
Done.
Andrew.
Thanks, Crystaaal.
Andrew. That's how we say his name.
Andrew.
Andrew.
Oh my god. I'm closing this one right now.
That's good times.
Too bad the fucking camera.
I'm an icon, man. Ain't my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in a Benz.